Good day. It's Karen K out in Prince George. Cats camping. Cats, kayaks camping. Oh my. Anyways. So it's September 9th, 2019. I've been sleeping in my truck. It's not really stealth camping because it's in my driveway. But I've been practicing what I need to live out of my truck. I've given notice at my place, so at the end of September, I will not have like a house, I guess. I don't know what everybody's saying about it, but I'm just not going to have a house. I have a forwarding address with a friend who wants me to come and stay, but I'll just see how that goes, because I'm not really sure if that's what I want. I love her, God love her, but I feel like she's just really worried about me, and we're old ladies now, and we shouldn't be doing all this, and I don't know, I'm just not ready to be an old lady, maybe, who knows. So I'm chronicling my adventures, my adventure cat adventures, my kayak adventures. I have 2 cats, Flick and Archer, and I have 2 kayaks. One of them is just a Pelican sit-in kayak. I love the color. It's super stable, really easy to use, and it's just been great. The other one I ended up with is another Pelican, but it's the green sit-on one for fishing. I actually really like that one too. I digress, as usual. Sorry, lots of stuff going on. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm moving into my truck, and right now I've been practicing, like I said, in my driveway, so it's not exactly stealth camping, but I'm trying to get to the point where I can pretty much get into bed in my truck, stay there for the night, unless I have to pee, which is still something I'm working on. And I like to be able to get up and brush my teeth. So far that's been going good, except for this morning. I dropped my toothbrush, and that's okay, except that when I stumbled, I stood on it too, and then I was just like, you know what? I don't know what's on the bottom of my flip-flops or the road, and 4-second rule here and there, but it was my toothbrush. I stepped on it, and I was wearing flip-flops, Nazi flip-flops that I use to go here and there and in and out of the boat and stuff. So I need a new toothbrush. I'll be getting that. My other thing was I really wanted a good coffee this morning. Like a good coffee. So I went and got one, and I probably, kind of an expensive coffee, but I got it in my personal reusable cup that looks like a cup. And also because I told myself I need to get out of debt. This is a part of all this. There's, like $1,000 that I'm not paying just for rent. And then, utilities are going to be on top of that, but I have to pay off utilities because did you know that when you cancel stuff, they charge you? Which is fine. It's just, life. You don't really notice anything like that because normally it wouldn't have happened. I would have just transferred to my next address, but I don't have a next address to transfer to. So they kind of bill you for stuff, and then you got to return equipment, and it's like, well, it's going to take, I think 10 business days, and regardless, it'll all wash out. What am I talking about again? Oh yeah, my coffee. So I got a coffee, and money, blah, blah, blah. And I know it's a good coffee that I probably didn't need, but I just really wanted it. And some days you just gotta have those things. But what I did do is, because I'm trying to practice mindfulness and respectful, is I collected all the change. I didn't have to collect it. I have a console full of coins, and it's almost damaging, where I'm trying to use there's a plug-in for the cooler that I got for the fridge. It's not like a freezer or fridge or a Yeti or anything fancy. It's just a cooler, but it fits nicely behind my seat, and it runs on this. I'll know more about the words and the power later, but it just keeps things cool if I've already got stuff in there that's cool. I usually don't carry too much in the way of perishables right now, like even camping all summer, because I just wanted to be fairly easy. I've got like seasonings and condiments and stuff like that, and then it was like just buy a few of these and a few things, which was nice, actually. It was nice because I'm so used to buying things in bulk. And when I say bulk, I mean for like 130 people, 3 meals, 2 snacks every day, because that's what I used to do until I was terminated without cause. It was in, I don't know. Anyways, I'm unemployed, and I have been since April 26th of 2019. I tried to sort of keep it together and keep going, and I looked into school, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot of money and a lot more debt to not really be making that much more money than I was, and I don't know. I have a lot of thinking to do, obviously. Oh, yeah. But I did use all coins at Starbucks, and I was feeling kind of weird about that, like, hello, here's all my coins. But it's money, and what was I going to do with it? Nobody really takes coins anymore. But I did use it, and the gentleman at Starbucks was like, hi, how are you? And no problem. I gave him my personal cup, and I gave him a handful of coins. He never said anything, just turned around, smiled at me, and said, do you want your receipt? And I said, no, I'm fine. Normally I would put, from my credit card, I would put it on my Starbucks card, and I would collect points and stuff like that. But I'm trying not to use cards right now, like unless it's a gift card. I've been helping somebody out, and she wanted to give me some money, and I feel weird about taking money. So I just asked her, can you get me like a gift card for the gas station, and we'll see what happens. She was like, I don't think that was really convenient. And anyways, we'll see what happens. It'd be nice if she could give me the gas card. What else? Okay, so I feel okay about the Starbucks thing. I got my Starbucks. It was just a lovely one. It's just, whatever's on tap with some cream in it. I'm not that fancy. I drink it normally, black. But, I don't know. I don't know. I hope there's not going to be a lot of I don't knows here. I have some other videos I've made while still sleeping in the back of my truck because I was practicing. And they're emotional. Like I get welly trying to talk about stuff, and so I'm not really sure what I think I don't know. Not sure what I think about that. So, but I'm going to work on things, and this is like a practice one too. God, you just really notice how dirty things get when you start to spend this much time in a vehicle. And I love this vehicle. I thought I took really good care of it, but obviously it needs some more detailing. I'm excited for the adventure. Like I said, I'm practicing. I'm trying to figure out what I need and what I actually use. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to live in the truck, while I'm so fortunate to have like the washer and dryer inside, and, the hot water and the shower and the kitchen. Still, my son still lives inside. I don't know what he thinks is going on. But I think he's surprised that I've actually managed to sleep outside. But anyways, not sleep outside. I'm in my truck. It's not homeless when you have a 2017 Tacoma, and I have tenting gear, and I've pulled out stuff out of storage. I have way too many places for storage. I'm going to downsize all that. I just want to get I'm going to try to be and try to get as minimal as possible. As for eating and all that stuff, I guess we'll talk about that too, because like I said, I'm trying to chronicle all of these things that I'm doing just to see if I can, right? I was born in 1965. You can do the math. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm not talking about my age anymore, okay? Like when you're kids, yay. But once you get to be like, I was traumatized at 25. So I think after 25, you should stop talking about how old you are, because it just gets depressing. Do things like the 10th anniversary of your 29th birthday, which is like, so much better than, fuck, I'm going to be 40. And I wish I could say that I was going to be 40, but I'm not. Can't remember what else. My coffee, I'm happy about my coffee. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of nice that it's the simple things too, right? else is going on? Well, and then whatever's left in my house is pretty much going to be sold, donated, or recycled, I guess. I don't want to just drop shit into the landfill. I want to try and find whatever. And that is definitely the biggest, hugest thing of anybody's life. After like how many years, I have 2 sons. We coached and traveled like all over North America for lacrosse. I did some other traveling too when I was younger and stronger, not so jaded. You know what? I don't want to be jaded. I want to be happier. I want to be like that adorable girl. I can't remember. KonMari though. And does it bring you joy? Yes. I want that too. And I want to be able to help people and serve a purpose. I've done a lot with healthcare because I work in support services. Well, I did for a long time anyways, until April 26. But, and I was looking into school and this and that, and it was like, oh my gosh, student loans, this. I think if I take any more classes, it's going to be more in line with what I do, which is to help. But I think I'm going to look into like animal rescue or pet nutrition, things like that. I have Food Safe 1, Food Safe 2. I'm a level 3 medic, but I've let that lapse, and I've just got my level 2 currently because, well, I don't really need to be strapping anybody down onto a board and teleporting them out with a helicopter. Teleporting? Helicoptering? I don't know. Anyways, I don't need to be doing that. It's not like I'm that far up north. Prince George is not that far up north. Prince George is amazing, though. I think getting transferred here from Langley, BC, that was February 2018? Yeah, February 2018. I had a lot of things happen December 2017. My mentor and my boss, she died. She collapsed originally at work of a brain bleed, and then she just not. As well, I found out that my mother had passed in July of 2017, and we had been estranged. And the only reason I found out was because I hired this young lady, and when I was filling out her paperwork, I guess because we had time, I was there late on a Friday night, and she was working like a late shift in laundry, and I've always got paperwork to do. So we ended up doing her paperwork together, and I guess I had time to sort of talk to her, and which was nice. But I found out that her emergency contact was her boyfriend, and the name was the same name as my stepdad. So it's just too much of a coincidence, and I guess, it was near Christmas time. My manager had passed on December 9th. And so this was around about a week later where, you find out that the mother that I had been estranged from for 15 years, she had died too. And she knew, because her boyfriend or her emergency contact was actually my nephew. Weird. Family's weird. Family is so weird. The family you have, just love them as much as you can and just let them do their thing. Don't end up being estranged for everybody else's weird reasons. And okay, welly. No welly.